Superman is in theaters today, and this movie is extra special for those of us in Northeast Ohio because so much of it was shot in Cleveland, including the action scenes in Public Square and Progressive Field, City Hall, inside the Key Tower, and the old arcade. Bill Garvey, CEO of the Cleveland Film Commission, is on with us now to discuss Ohio's exciting role in this production. So, Bill, Garvey, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Yeah, so what makes this film extra special is that it was shot in the city where Superman was created. But what is it about Cleveland that just makes it so attractive to the director James Gunn and the whole team?
Yeah, this movie, there's been a lot of blockbusters shot in Ohio over the last 16 years, but this one's different, right? When you have the creators coming from Cleveland, that Superman was born here, we're finally bringing him home and reestablishing Cleveland in its rightful place as metropolis. I mean, what better advertising can you get than that, right?
Yeah, it's perfect. It feels like a full circle moment. And like you just mentioned, there are lots of film and commercial productions that take place in Cleveland and other parts of Ohio, too. Why do filmmakers like to shoot around here?
Well, it's built around a tax incentive. So, production goes where production incentives entice their work. And this industry has more than doubled in size in the last decade. Streaming wars have really increased the amount of production around the world. And that means more dollars seeking a landing spot to base their production. And Ohio, fortunately, is very competitive in this industry. So we're one of 38 states around the country that offer production incentives. And because of that, over 300 productions have been in Ohio, creating work for Ohioans, jobs on the ground, careers with pensions and healthcare, and vendor opportunities when these productions come. So, a growing industry that's generated $1.4 billion in economic output over the same 16 years of the program. It's a pretty successful endeavor.
Yeah, and local jobs, that's a big factor with this. Lots of our local aspiring actors and filmmakers may have been involved in this film. And I know I heard at least one of the stars of the movie is from Cleveland as well. So there are lots of Cleveland ties. How many local people do you think get to work on productions like this?
Well, on a big tentpole, there's thousands, honestly. I mean, it takes a cast of thousands, right? You've heard that term. Well, behind the scenes, behind that camera, when you're watching this movie, there's thousands of people standing behind that camera. It takes a lot of effort, collaboration amongst the team to make this work. And that is opportunity for Ohioans. So a lot of those folks live right here.
Yeah, really exciting. It's going to be exciting for us all to check it out in theaters. And you were also telling us that local businesses and vendors benefit from these film productions as well. So how does that work?
Yeah, and just like any business, when a production comes here, they work with local small businesses that aren't necessarily in the film business, but they get to participate in the film business economy. So think locksmiths and plumbers, dry cleaners and restaurants, hardware stores, all these businesses, they're not necessarily in the movie business, but they do reap a benefit from participating in this business when a production comes here to shoot.
Yeah, for sure. And really quick, at the beginning of the month, Governor DeWine vetoed an item that would have ended the tax credit for the film and theater industry. You were just talking about this earlier. How important is legislative support for film productions in Ohio?
Well, I mean, any state that has a production incentive has a film business. So that's all new money flowing to the state. Once you get rid of that tax incentive, that production goes somewhere else. So Michigan is a perfect example of that. We have Avengers that kind of kicked off this whole run of amazing projects coming here because Michigan got rid of its tax incentive. So all this money flowing here, all these jobs are created because of the production incentive. You remove that, then that goes somewhere else. That goes to places like Pittsburgh. Pennsylvania has a great tax incentive, very competitive. So, if we want this business, if we want this money being spent in Ohio, these jobs created in Ohio, this is all incentivized through a production incentive.
Yeah, and we just heard about a big tax incentive going to Texas as well for the film industry. So hopefully we continue to see this boom here in Ohio. Bill, we are so excited to see the movie and get a glimpse behind the scenes. Very cool to hear from you. Thanks so much for being with us.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.